Good evening and welcome to Sunday Night Live. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Tonight we're going to wrap up the week of Waterside Retreat. Now I've set up the card that I'm doing this evening so that you all can participate with whatever supplies you have in your arsenal, to say the least. Anyway, this is what I asked you to get together. 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, 4 inches by 5 1/4 2 pieces of white cardstock, 10 to 12 or more various sizes of die cuts. Can be solid cardstock, something you fussy cut, whatever you want. Maybe 1 or 2 die cuts, or a stamped image to use as a focal point. Embossing folder of choice, sentiments of choice, coordinating ink, adhesives, embellishments, stamp cut and emboss machine, and scissors. All right, let's get going. So I have everything here. I'm just going to put all this aside. And I want you to pull out, now I'm using my silicone mat for this because I'm going to be using glue to glue all these on the front. So I just kind of arranged them so you could take your arrangements. Now I'm going to quick show you the card that I've done. So the first one I did was this. Do you see the embossing there? We're just going to glue it all and emboss it. Then the second one that I did, I used a retired punch with butterflies and some scraps, and that's the card that I made. So, and I just put a few pieces on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to get going on gluing these. I'll do it as swiftly as I can. This is the most time-consuming part, I think. But I think it's worth the effort. Now, if you have pieces that go off the side, don't worry, we're going to cut them. I don't know if I actually figured out to cut any of these because they were smaller than what I anticipated. But see, I'm putting it right on the line. But oops, it slipped on me. Darn. So see, that's off the edge, so I'll cut that a little bit. Let's see. So I'm using the Multipurpose Glue, and these, I just put it in this little container, and I house it in this little stand that my son-in-law and his business partner made me, of which I'm thrilled. All right. But I think it, see, look, I can just put a small thin line. So this wraps up the week of using the Waterside Retreat. It was a fun week. I really like this suite. I have some ways that you can get a bunch of tutorials for this. Let me just quick show you if I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Okay. I have a couple of ways that you can do. One is if you have a $50 order or more from my online store, a 4-card retreat, Waterside Retreat tutorial that's on the right. Or if you already own all the products and want to purchase a 6-card tutorial, I have that on, that's the picture on the left, and I have that on my website ybstamp.com under my store. So there's plenty of ways that you can get some creative juices with this suite. But I really like it. I thought this would be more for like somebody that likes to fish. Now I know there's a lot of different things in this suite, but I thought this would be cool. So I already did something with the oars and the floaties. Is that what you want to call them? Life preservers. Alright, let's see. How did I do this? I had it all and then all mapped out, and then I get to talking and then things move. Hey Carol, hey Darla. Alright. Well, I hope you guys had a good weekend. And mine's been so busy. Every weekend's been busy. I have next weekend, Stampin' Up! Is having an event locally. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And then the weekend after that, I'm doing a couple of workshops, and I have a booth at a statewide women's retreat. So lots going on. A wedding. I was thinking of making starting a scrapbook for the bride. Have any of you ever done that? Scrapbooked as a wedding gift? Where is what? Oh, the statewide or the local thing from Stampin' Up! Is in. I sent you the info, Carol. You said you were working. It's in Kingston, Rhode Island. Now I can't remember if the buoy goes this way or this way. That's okay. They all go different. And you know what? It doesn't really matter what it looks like, because by the time you put your card together, it looks pretty cool. Alright, I think I'm going to put my sentiment here. So I'll put this up here. And you could put on as much or as little as you want. Okay, let's see. What's next? Trim off the excess. So this is where I was saying, I didn't do too much excess, but I did do a little bit. So see, I'm just going to trim that little bit off so that it matches my white cardstock. I think I got it all. Pretty close. Okay. And then comes the fun part. Place the piece in the embossing folder and run it through your stamp, cut, and emboss machine. Now, every crafter's different. I try very hard to use current product on my lives, but this twisted rope, 3D rope, just to me screamed fish. So I'm using a retired piece. Sorry about that. Get out my big stamp, cut, and emboss. Take off my top 3 plates. Get out plate number 4. Put this in with the Stampin' Up! Sign forward, and the hinge is going in first. And just crank. Now every embossing folder is different. It could require smaller, like it might go, take the number 2 out and it might go 3, 3. You just need to read the directions on the embossing folder itself, and it'll tell you. It's pretty nice to you. It'll speak to you. Okay. So I'm going to open this up and pull this out. Doesn't that look neat? Looks really cool, huh? Alrighty, let's see. Where are we? Ah, yes. We're going to pull out our cardstock. I already scored it at 4.5 or 4 1/4, and I'm going to adhere this piece. Now you could use it with the glue, or you can use it with your stamp and seal, whatever your choice is. I'm going to use my stamp and seal. If you're a tear and tape person, then use that. That's why I say adhesive of choice, because everybody has their opinion, right? Oh, wait, you know what? I'm going to stop for a second because I decided that I was going to be a little tricky and put some twine on it. Hi, Haley. From Georgia. You're not late. Okay, just because I thought it would look really cute to put this on, because it's kind of like fishing. So, but you guys can do, I'm sure most of you are watching, but you can basically do what you want. Now I'm going to get my silicone mat back over here so that I can do this without it sticking. And I'm just going to tie it in a plain knot. Like so. Because I want it to be rustic. Like that. And then I'll stick it on my card front. I forgot that that's what I wanted to do when I made this one. So I had to use my little take your pick tool to pry it open to shove the ribbon in. But that's okay. That's what the tools are made for, right? Okay. Now we want to stamp a sentiment or banner or whatever, or die cuts, whatever you want for the front. And I thought I would put, because I'm using the Waterside Retreat Suite. You may be using something else. So I'm going to just do Happy Father's Day. And I have my block, my ink, okay. Stamp it. And then, do I just want to cut it? I have this here. That would be pretty cool. Let's do that. Let's do it on both sides. But you do what works for you. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on here. Make it pop up. Like so. Maybe I'll spread these out a little bit. Fit this in here. All right. Let's see, where am I? Oh, let's stamp sentiment or images or whatever on the inside. So I cut a fish out, and I cut a lure too, and now I can't find it. I was going to put it right up here. Oh well. let's see, we'll stamp inside. How about It's Your Day? Do you guys do that? Put it on both different sides? I just have to make sure I do the right sentiment, because Happy Father's Day and Happy Father's Day would look a little funny, wouldn't it? The banner with the words hides some of what you're working on. Yeah, a little bit. But see, I didn't put anything under there other than the ribbon or the twine. They're pretty stuck. But I wanted to show you how, because I love fussy cutting. I know Carol hates it, but I wanted to show you how the embossing folders make a big difference. Just that one little step. So if you don't like fussy cutting, then maybe something like this is a little bit more up your alley. Because I just took scrap cardstock and made a bunch of punches. That was really fast. Okay. And then, last thing, embellish. So I pulled out these adhesive back metallic gems, and I thought, gee, these are probably retired, but you know what? They're not. I thought they were a little more masculine, so I thought that would be cool. So I think I will use this bronze tone. There we go. So let's go to that. Then all you have to do is look at the card. So this is the one that I just did. And then here's the butterfly one. They really don't take long at all. And this was the first one I did. See, I did all the little life preserver things. I just put that inside, stamped it in. Your preference. You're not a fussy cutter fan, but I'll tell you, it went really quick with that butterfly punch. Really quick. Whoops, let's put that down a little. Alrighty. So I showed you this. If you wanted to get the tutorials, all the information is on my website, ybstamp.com. And then in addition to that, I also have a free PDF if you place a $50 order or more in my online store. It includes PDFs for 3 different projects all around the same theme. And also Stampin' Up! Has a new product of the month. It's like a heavy vellum. It's very, very pretty actually. And that's with $75 or more on my Stampin' Up! Online store. So next Sunday I will be back, and all week long I will be highlighting the balloon festoon bundle. Until then, happy stamping.